Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about something very important called diabetes. Think of your body like a car, and sugar, which we also call glucose, is the fuel that makes the car go. Diabetes is a condition where your body has trouble using this sugar fuel properly. Instead of the sugar going into your body's cells to give you energy, it stays in your blood. This can make your blood sugar levels too high. It is important to understand this because many people, especially our beloved older adults, live with diabetes and need clear information to manage it well and stay healthy for many years to come. Knowing the basics is the first step to taking good care of yourself or your loved ones. There are mainly two common types of diabetes that people might have. The first one is called type 1 diabetes. This usually happens when the body's own defense system mistakenly attacks and destroys the parts of the body that make insulin. Insulin is like a key that unlocks your body's cells to let the sugar in. Without insulin, sugar cannot get into the cells. The second type, which is much more common, is called type 2 diabetes. In this case, the body either doesn't make enough insulin or the insulin it does make doesn't work as well as it should. This is often linked to lifestyle factors and can develop slowly over time. Now, you might wonder why having too much sugar in your blood is a problem. Well, when blood sugar levels stay high for a long time, it can start to cause damage to different parts of your body. Think of it like having too much sugar in a drink. It makes it too sticky and thick. High blood sugar can harm your tiny blood vessels. This can lead to problems with your eyes, making it hard to see clearly. It can also affect your kidneys, which are your body's filters, and even your nerves, causing tingling or numbness. It is also a big risk factor for heart problems, so it's very serious indeed. The good news is that diabetes can be managed very well. People with diabetes can live long, healthy and happy lives by taking good care of themselves. This usually involves a few important things working together. Eating healthy food that is low in unhealthy fats and sugars is a big part. Regular physical activity, like walking or gentle exercises, also helps a lot. For many people, taking medicines or insulin as prescribed by their doctor is essential. And very importantly, checking blood sugar levels regularly helps you and your doctor know if the management plan is working effectively. It's all about teamwork between you and your healthcare providers. When anyone eats sugary foods or drinks, the sugar or glucose from that food quickly enters their bloodstream. For someone without diabetes, their body releases the right amount of insulin, that special key we talked about. This insulin helps the sugar move from the blood into the cells, where it is used for energy. This process keeps the blood sugar levels in a normal, healthy range. It's a very efficient system designed to give us energy when we need it. However, this natural and smooth process works quite differently and with more difficulty for individuals who are living with the condition known as diabetes, making sugar a substance they must monitor with great care. For a person who has diabetes, this quick entry of sugar into the blood can cause significant problems. If they have type 1 diabetes, their body isn't making insulin, so the sugar just stays in the blood and the levels go up and up. If they have type 2 diabetes, their body might not make enough insulin, or the insulin they have doesn't work very well. So again, the sugar struggles to get into the cells and builds up in the bloodstream. This means their blood sugar levels can rise very high, very quickly, after eating or drinking something sugary. This rapid increase is something their bodies cannot easily handle and can lead to immediate feelings of being unwell and contribute to long-term complications if it happens too often. It's also important to remember that sugar isn't just found in obvious things like sweets, cakes, and sugary fizzy drinks. Many foods that we might not think of as sugary can contain hidden sugars that can affect blood sugar levels. Some processed foods, breakfast cereals, sauces, and even some types of bread can have added sugars. This is why it is so important for people with diabetes, and indeed for everyone, to become good at reading food labels. Understanding what is in your food allows you to make informed choices that support your health and help manage blood sugar levels effectively. This awareness is a key skill in diabetes self-management. Therefore, managing sugar intake very carefully is absolutely crucial for people living with diabetes. It's not always about avoiding sugar completely, but about knowing how much and what type of sugar is okay and when. This careful management helps to keep blood sugar levels as stable as possible, preventing those dangerous highs and uncomfortable lows. By keeping blood sugar in a good range, people with diabetes can significantly reduce their risk of developing those long-term health problems we discussed earlier, like issues with their eyes, kidneys, and heart. It helps them to feel better day to day and enjoy a much better quality of life. Now let's talk about energy powders like Glucon-D. You might have seen advertisements for these powders suggesting they give you instant energy when you are feeling tired or weak, especially during hot weather or after physical activity. These powders are essentially made of pure glucose, which is a very simple form of sugar. The main purpose of these products is to provide a very rapid source of energy by quickly increasing the sugar levels in your blood. For people without diabetes who are perhaps feeling drained after intense exercise, this might offer a temporary boost. However, the story is very different and far more serious for someone living with diabetes. Some patients take cough syrup, which contains sugar base, which may spike blood sugar level. Many people use glucose powders and energy drink because they believe they are a harmless way to get a quick burst of energy. Perhaps they feel tired after a long day, or they have been out in the sun and feel a bit drained. Some people might even use them when they are feeling unwell with a cold or flu, thinking it will help them recover faster. The marketing often promotes them as a source of instant refreshment and energy. It is understandable why someone might reach for them. However, what is often not understood, especially by many older adults who might have grown up with these products, is the significant risk they pose specifically to individuals who have diabetes. Here is the really important part. The shocking truth that every Indian, especially those with diabetes or caring for someone with diabetes, should know. For a person with diabetes, taking glucose powders like Glucon-D can be very dangerous. Because these powders are pure glucose, they are absorbed into the bloodstream extremely quickly. This causes a very sharp and rapid spike in blood sugar levels. For someone whose body cannot manage sugar properly, this sudden overload of glucose can overwhelm their system. Their blood sugar can shoot up to very high, unsafe levels in a very short amount of time, a condition known as hypoglycemia, which can make them feel very unwell. This rapid increase in blood sugar is precisely what people with diabetes need to avoid. Regularly consuming such powders can make diabetes much harder to control and can significantly increase the risk of serious health complications over time. It can lead to symptoms like extreme thirst, frequent urination, blurred vision, and severe fatigue. In more serious instances, very high blood sugar can lead to dangerous conditions like diabetic ketoacidosis or a hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, which require immediate medical attention. Many older individuals in particular may not be aware of this specific danger and might use these powders thinking they are helping themselves, when in fact they could be causing harm. So, what should a person with diabetes do if they genuinely have very low blood sugar, which is called hypoglycemia? This is a different situation and can also be dangerous. Symptoms might include feeling shaky, dizzy, sweaty, or confused. In this specific emergency, a doctor might have previously advised them to take a small, measured amount of fast-acting sugar, like a few glucose tablets specifically designed for this, or a small glass of fruit juice. However, this should only be done if blood sugar is confirmed to be low and strictly according to their doctor's specific instructions. Using general glucose powders like Glucon-D without this precise guidance is not advisable unless a doctor has explicitly recommended that exact product and amount. For day-to-day energy, there are much safer and healthier ways for people with diabetes to maintain their energy levels. Eating regular, balanced meals that include whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of vegetables is key. These foods release energy slowly and steadily. Healthy snacks between meals, like a piece of fruit, a small handful of nuts, or some yogurt, can help keep energy levels stable. Regular physical activity, as approved by a doctor, also boosts overall energy and improves how the body uses insulin. These sustainable strategies are far better than relying on quick, sugary fixes. The most important piece of advice, and I cannot stress this enough, especially for our respected older adults who might be managing diabetes, is to always talk to your doctor. Before you take any new product that contains sugar, please ask your doctor or your diabetes care team if it is safe. They know your medical history and how well your diabetes is managed. They can give you the best advice tailored to your specific situation. Never assume that something advertised as an energy booster is safe if you have diabetes. Your doctor is your best guide. Finally, remember that managing diabetes is a journey, and making healthy choices every day is a big part of it. Look after your body by eating, staying active, taking your medicines as prescribed, and regularly checking your blood sugar. Stay informed about your condition and don't be afraid to ask questions. For older people, it's especially important to have clear, simple advice. So please share this information with your friends and family who might benefit. Your health is precious, and by taking these steps, you can live a full and vibrant life, even with diabetes. Take care and stay well.